Chapter 1203. Wilbur scoffed as he summoned Dark Disperse with a flick of his hand. Spiritual flames started to wrap around the blade, with the sound of lightning accompanying the flames. However, in comparison, it still seemed like Steen and the others were at an absolute advantage. Someone shouted out from below, "Sirs, teach this audacious jerk a vicious lesson." Yeah. Let him know the consequences of challenging the Kiwanis Club. Only blood will wake him up. He can regret his choices in hell. Suddenly, everyone was crying out for blood. Joanna and the others constantly cursed and mocked Wilbur with emotional looks on their faces. Wilbur merely said coldly, "Come face your death." The 5 of them were furious. 4 of them were at the sanctuary level, and 1 of them was at the super sanctuary level. They were powerful enough to stand up to countries, but that guy did not seem to care about them at all. "Blood fury," Joel cried out, and his body's spiritual flame suddenly turned blood red. His eyes were completely red as well, and he looked like he was ready to devour anyone. His body also started to expand, turning into a terrifying 3-meter giant. His combat power increased greatly, and his spiritual pressure became even more violent. "Strength of the trolls," Reese cried out as well. Countless rays of light started to light up around his body. The power of an ancient troll appeared behind him. His 2 arms turned incredibly big, a few times bigger than even his body. The muscles on his arms started to become as hard as steel, and he quickly turned into a strange-looking monster. His strength had clearly increased several folds as well. Secretive spells. Anis, the only woman among them, activated her domain too. In just a dozen seconds, more than 10 supportive spells were activated around her, causing her powers to soar. "Death mist," Yondu shouted out in a dark tone. A green mist started to rise around him. Even the spiritual spear in his hand started to morph, causing the space around him to be affected as well. Among those 5, Steen's threat was the least obvious. However, his domain was clearly manifesting the power of the soul. The soul was often the weakest point of a cultivator. It meant that Steen was the most dangerous one among the 5 of them and deserving of his super sanctuary level title. The 5 of them had already activated their domains, and the spiritual pressure in the air became even more tortuous. The wind started to howl, and the clouds turned dark. Everyone below looked at them with reverence. They truly were sanctuary-level experts. Power like that was only something others could wish for. In their eyes, Wilbur was already a dead man. 4 sanctuary-level experts and 1 at the super sanctuary level. If that was not enough to beat Wilbur, then they would truly be shocked. "Kill him!" hailed the 5 experts. "Kill Trevor for the glory of the Kiwanis Club." The masses below did not hold themselves back as they shouted excitedly, cheering for the 5. At that moment, Steen shouted loudly, "Heretic, die!" His spear shot out at Wilbur. The others shouted out as well, using their domains as they charged at Wilbur. All at once, various spiritual energies were shooting right at Wilbur, ready to swallow him whole.